Hello, welcome to 8.9 News. I'm ffinlo Costain. Today's headlines: to restore coastal marine areas, we must work across multiple habitats together. New accelerator program aims to help speed farmers' regenerative transition. And new government investment in peat helps to combat climate change. Full stories at 8.9.com. A new accelerator program at Planton Farm in Shropshire aims to help build the confidence of farmers hoping to transition to regenerative agriculture. The program includes immersive weekends at Planton Farm, tailored online workshops, and mentoring to support individual farmers in real time. The program is being run by Clare Hill. I asked her to tell me more.
Well, every piece of work would say that we need to accelerate the pace of implementation of regenerative agriculture. I don't think anyone disagrees with that. And so it's about having another option out there for people to be able to work with. But I guess layering onto that is what's necessary about this accelerator program, I feel, is that it combines really nicely the mindset shift that's required if we are to get more regenerative outcomes, because the way we kind of focus at the moment, or we operate day to day, is in a kind of sustaining, or for some surviving. It's just about getting through this year, this month, this season, this calving, whatever it might be. And so what the accelerator program is helps to shift our mindset onto a space where we are actually getting regenerative outcomes.
Now, Claire, there are quite a lot of courses emerging in this space. And so I wonder if you could talk about what's different about your course. And also I understand that you're having a mentoring system within that. And I wonder how that mentoring system's going to work.
Yeah, so I guess it's probably not a course really, an accelerator program, which is effectively a coaching program of a mixture of in-depth in-person events, some online stuff, because that's the nature of what it needs to be today. But yes, that is with a mentor, or in small groups of peer coaching, or with an external mentor, someone with a lot of experience in regenerative transition. And that person will be selected and matched with each candidate. So someone will have someone relevant for them. And the other unique thing about it, I guess, an accelerator program, they're fairly new on the block as options. They tend to be used in the tech industry, but what often that they are an accelerator, so they're fast and in depth, but also they often link to funding of some description. And so that's what we're aiming to do, is bring in opportunities, whether it's favourable interest rates with certain banks, opportunities for prize pots of funding, or linking to philanthropic and other investment funds in order for farmers to get the financial support they need to make a regenerative transition.
So the hope is that, having sort of gone through this accelerator program, those farmers will themselves be recognised and in a better position to be able to access funding or access other resources perhaps that they need in order to be able to make that regenerative transition.
Yeah, absolutely. It's almost having gone through the accelerator, it will be kind of a de-risked group of people for funders or lenders to work with.
And so how does that work? Do you sort of, is there a certification or something like that that people get at the end of it, something that's recognised by banks? How do you have a sense yet of exactly how that's going to work?
No, it's still early days, but in conversations with some, that's the way things are heading. The first one is going to be a pilot. We're very much going to do it to learn, and we'll learn a lot through that, and whether that's something to come in the future, or whether actually it's just based on relationships and a kind of trust. But yeah, that's something to consider as time goes on. But this is, yeah, as I say, very much a pilot one, so we shall see how things pan out.
Now, thinking about that mentoring system, it's something that's always seemed very important for farmers who are sort of in the process of transition, to be able to get in contact with people almost, in a live situation where they're encountering a challenge. They can get onto WhatsApp, they can get onto the phone. Is that really kind of what you're looking at, or is it something where, people get back within 24 hours? Is it live, or is it more gradual like that?
No, well, I think there's a number of different elements, but it's very much live. So there's the fact that you will have connection with your mentor, who you'll be able to contact, but also the cohort themselves. So often when people start a regenerative transition, start doing things differently, judgment from neighbouring farms or relatives or other people that support the farming industry, that it might not be a direct criticism, but a comment like, "Oh, that looks different, that looks messy, yeah. Why are you doing that? That's risky." So the one of the main benefits of an accelerator as a group coaching program is that other people that are going through the same thing at the same time. So yes, a WhatsApp group or similar, so that there can be immediate support right there. If you're having a challenging day or something's happened or someone said something, you can put it out there, and then we'll be on hand, but also the other people in the same cohort will be on hand too.
And just to clarify what we mean by messy, you don't mean lots of rubbish lying around, but in terms of regen and agroecology, we're talking about messy hedges, messy field margins, that sort of thing.
Yeah, messy is probably not a good word, is it? But
it's a great word. I mean, you're not after a trim hedge, that's sort of even like it would be in somebody's garden, perhaps. You're looking for something quite different.
Yeah, well, that's what, and I guess I use that example because it's often one of the things that people struggle with the most. My husband and I debate this continually because he can't stand messy hedges or long tall grass. So immediately when we've been conditioned to think that tall long grass has been let go, gone to seed, it's like we're not on top of the job, we're not on top of our game. And so when I talk about messy, that's what I think about: long grass and overgrown hedges, which are, of course, nature doesn't do straight lines. And so when we talk about mimicking nature in regenerative agriculture, letting go a little bit is one of the things that we need to do, but it's often one of the things that's the hardest to do.
Now, I just want to talk about the costs of the accelerator program and where that funding comes from. My understanding is that, there is a cost associated with it, of course, but you're trying to keep those costs as low as possible for farmers, and therefore you're looking for funding from other stakeholders.
Yeah, absolutely. The time to take away from the farm to do something like this is important, but also the cost of doing the program. So yeah, we're working with talking a number of conversations with different funding opportunities to keep the cost as low as possible for farmers, or potentially some free places for those that are unable to fund it themselves. So yeah, that's a work in progress, but the conversations are positive so far.
That was Clare Hill from Planton Farm. More about this and our other headline news on our website, 8.9.com. That's all for now. We're back on Wednesday. Thanks for watching.